Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we're coming to you from actually all over right now, but Jeff is back in the studios at our Capital Region International Airport, and we're on the road with a couple of guys right now. Eric Trotochaud, who is the Director of Hospitality and Transformation with Superior Hospitality Partners, and Mike Murdrey, who is the founder and managing partner of 601 Group, hospitality operator and business leader. And you guys were recent panelists at the Lansing Regional Chamber of Commerce event and did a great job, by the way. We've heard wonderful things about you. Let's talk about hospitality, okay? You guys seem to know something about it. It's known for being very demanding operations-wise. It's tight margins. It's being there. It's smiling. It's a whole bunch of things. What systems or leadership habits have you guys found that help your organizations while you're growing? Because it's tough to maintain those things while you're growing. So, Mike, let's start with you.
I'm going to keep it really simple. The thing that I've just implemented across all of our locations is kind of real-time dashboard visibility so we can make better decisions. So it's maybe not a leadership habit, but it's the thing that has been sort of a game changer for us to stay kind of close to the operations. As you know, in hospitality, for the most part, one minor swing in either direction can either make or break your day, and making or breaking your day can make or break your week, and make or break your quarter. So,
Well,
Eric, you want to chime in?
that's a transparent that's a leadership habit, though. I mean, because you're setting up a system. Everybody knows where it is. It's pretty transparent.
And I'll add one thing to that. I think the breakthrough for us was the transparency of that system. So it's not just me and kind of the people at the center and the corporate team, but each of the locations and individual managers get a daily dashboard that shows them, labor and key metrics for their specific business. So that has been really good. So we're all kind of marching to the same drum.
So, Eric, what about you? What have you found?
I would agree with Mike 100%. For us, and the way that we operate is we work with non-traditional hospitality companies, trying to help them understand how to bring hospitality into their environment. And frequently, they already have the dashboards through another company, a franchisor, whoever they happen to be partnered with. So one of the things we've been focused on was, yes, the dashboard, but bringing it back to the personal level. And how do we understand the client while they're going through the experience? So setting up different questions, setting up different points that we're able to interact with the client and gather that real-time feedback, but go beyond the dashboard and try to get it right from them while they're working with you.
I have to tell you guys this. Every time I tip someone, I say, look, this is a generous tip, but I can get my food anywhere. I want an experience, and you supplied it.
Yep.
And it does come down to that human element. Customer expectations continue to evolve pretty quickly. How are hospitality businesses adapting service models while they're still kind of protecting profitability?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Eric can chime in after. I think what you guys both just landed on, the human element and the sort of touching on the end-to-end experience, is important. So I think as consumer and guest kind of preferences evolve and they're expecting more, I think what they're expecting more in this kind of increasingly technological driven world is the human touch and the human aspect of things. So I think that as a company, that's where we are really focusing, is like the entire kind of the very beginning of the experience, pushing it back as far as possible to the very end, which may be, a review or something that they leave, or comments, or how they tell the experience to their neighbors, and making sure that we have quality touch points through all that.
With more and more technology coming into play, more companies trying to add technology and different things, really going back to the basics. And I think that's what a lot of that customer is really missing. I hear frequently that in a lot of times in the service industries, we've gotten to a point where we set the bar so low that it's almost easy to step over it. And if we could just get a mindset that, we need to raise it. And it doesn't mean doing something outrageous. It means getting back to the basics and doing those simple little things.
So recruiting and retaining great talent, even in our last Michigan Future Business that we do every 6 months, we found that people are not hiring, but they are still desperate for talent, right? So let's talk a little bit about the hospitality industry and how they're adapting to that.
And I think in every industry, that is a very difficult thing to do, is to find the right people. And looking at how are you hiring? Are you hiring for a position? Are you hiring that person? So many of the things that we do within the hospitality industry, and even as our company gets out into other industries, so many of those things are trainable. So it's looking and saying, how do we hire that person, and look at their traits, their skills, their qualities that they bring to the table. But one of the things that we've looked a lot at for retention is how do we use some of the resources that business, that organization has in-house to add some unique benefits, or even looking at it from the viewpoint of what's the career path for that individual? What are they looking to accomplish, in the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and how do we help them get there?
Eric Trotochaud, who's the Director of Hospitality Transformation, Superior Hospitality Partners, and Mike Murdrey, who is the founder and managing partner of 601 Group Hospitality, operator and business leader. You guys, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Keep that hospitality industry alive for us, because we need it.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we will be back with more.